Their massive plan has been exposed, and massive riots are now breaking out, and people are breaking into these globalist institutions and rioting because their plan has been exposed and the temperature level is so high. People know what's going on, people know what's happening, and there is a reaction. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, and that is what we are seeing here right now. Massive riots are breaking out, massive fires are being lit, restaurants, buildings, massive global corporations are being targeted. One of the largest ones in the entire world right now is being targeted, and this is a reaction to everything that has been going on. All right, so let's dive into, we can see here, massive riots have been happening in France for the past month at least. All right. And now they are targeting BlackRock. BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the entire world, manages over $10 trillion in assets. They are now having their headquarters in France broken into, and people are now rioting and burning down this building. And I do not encourage any kind of destruction. I do not encourage anything like this, all right? But I'm just saying people are responding. This is what people are doing in France. They are seeing what's happening. They're seeing that this is a program and an agenda to collapse their society, collapse their economy, collapse their monetary system. And this is coordinated. All right. BlackRock works together with the World Economic Forum right there. They're on their own website, World Economic Forum website right there. And they are a massive tool and instrument for implementing this agenda. And they use this massive $10 trillion that they have because they use your money. Everybody puts their money into this asset fund and they use the money to invest it, all right? And they can use this $10 trillion to invest and manipulate markets, manipulate economies, manipulate whatever they want in any way they want. This $10 trillion, this is bigger than all of the countries' economies except the top 3 countries, except like the US and China. This is a massive mega corporation that has the weight of a government. And now people are rioting and burning down this building. It's just very symbolic of what's going on. And I honestly don't believe in this. This is what I was talking about in my video earlier. Go check out that video after this video if you didn't see it. All right, the government's giving an emergency warning. You need to go check that out. But this is what I was talking about before, is that you don't even want to be a part of this. When things start collapsing, when people start waking up and realizing, holy, you know what? It's actually real. It's actually hitting the fan. Yeah, it's great. Everyone realizes what's going on, but that is when it actually hits the fan. And you don't want to be there. You don't want to be in the middle of this. You don't want to be a part of this. You want to be out on your farm, out in the middle of nowhere, and surviving. That's what you want to do. You want to be thriving. You do not want to be in the middle of this. And this is going to be a natural reaction as people realize that they've been lied to. They've been screwed over. They keep making this about the pension funds over there. And it's 100 times bigger than that. People realize that their monetary system is being collapsed in France. They've had massive oil strikes. There's been gas shortages in France. There have been all these things. They're banning domestic flights in France, forcing you to take trains. You can't even fly anywhere. There's a massive clampdown happening in France, and people are responding and reacting to it. And BlackRock is one of these companies that wants to steal your home. They want to use this $10 trillion to buy up all of the homes in America. They have gone through and bought up entire blocks of neighborhoods and just bought anyone from owning these homes, just bought them out for eternity. They're just saying, we're buying these homes. We're using this $10 trillion we have, and you're just going to be a renter forever. You will own nothing. You will not be able to buy anything. You will just rent everything. And that's what they want. And they used all this funny money the past few years to buy up all of the real assets, buy up all the homes. This article is from 2021. This article's from a couple years ago. They've been doing this for years now, and they are buying up all the real assets with this inflated fiat currency. And this is why we are seeing all of these banking crises and monetary crisis, because they are collapsing the system right now. And something they always do when they collapse the monetary system, there are massive disruptions. There's societal unrest, there's civil unrest, and they also start massive wars. These banksters, these massive conglomerates. This is essentially a massive non-government organization. It's like a bank. It's like any type of organization that's just above some kind of nonprofit that's outside of government. It's almost above government when they have $10 trillion at their disposal. The government itself doesn't even have $10 trillion every year to spend for its budget. It only has, $3 to $4 trillion every single year for its budget on average. And this company has $10 trillion every single year that they are managing, and they can move this money around very freely and buy up any assets they want, manipulate any markets they want across the world. This is a very powerful organization, and people are realizing that they are one of the keys to this collapse that they are implementing. This guy on Twitter pointed out, perfect, Patrick. All right, go follow me on Twitter, by the way. If you haven't already, go do it right now, just in case. You never know what could happen to me on here. But he said, wow, protesters storm BlackRock offices. The movement is getting smart, understanding the source of the WEF globalist power. So this is true. At least this is a targeted, and this at least gives me a sliver of hope that this isn't a staged, coordinated protest, because at least these institutions are being called out. But at the same time, you do not want to be in the middle of this. Once the general public wakes up, realizes, comes out of their daze and realizes, wait, things are collapsing. Wait, this is happening. It's going to look like this everywhere. There's going to be chaos. There's going to be riots. There's going to be fires. And this is what top government officials are even warning of, that I was covering in my video earlier. All right, so you guys need to get out the city. You need to learn how to grow food. You need to get your own land. You need to be able to defend your family, protect your family. You do not want to be in the middle of this. The thing you want to be worrying about is bears or coyotes or raccoons trying to get your chickens or something like this. This is what you want, possums trying to get them, whatever. This is what you want to be worrying about. You want to be worrying about your homestead, your farmstead, and surviving. You don't want to be in the middle of all this stuff. And this stuff's important, all right? But you want to survive. You want your family to survive. And that's the key to doing it, is to stay focused, keep your eye on the prize, and use this stuff as motivation. That's what I do. I read the news every day. I see what's going on. I say, all right, it's getting closer. I feel it. I can just feel it. Okay. And it's a slow motion collapse. I know I say this constantly, but it's a slow motion collapse that we are in, that is slowly accelerating. All right, they're slowly stepping their foot on the gas. It's getting faster and faster, and soon we're gonna hit full acceleration and just smash into a wall. All right, that's the situation we're heading towards. I see it every day. Use this as motivation. Do not get scared. I see all these people saying, oh, this is fear mongering, this is whatever. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to give you reality the best way I can synthesize it and interpret it for you. And my interpretation of reality is that things are getting more chaotic, not less. Things are getting worse, not better. And we need to be prepared for that. You need to be getting ready, and just use this stuff as motivation. Don't use it as fear. Use it as discernment. You see what's coming and say, okay, I've been given this vision, and I want to use this knowledge and discernment to prepare. That's how I've been feeling, dialed up to 100 lately. All right, I always have this feeling I'm always ready, but lately there has been a massive sense of urgency and almost a sense of dread that I'm not doing too much. All right, that's another thing you can get trapped into, is just feeling like you're not doing enough. Don't get trapped into that, but use that, turn that around. That's a good feeling to get motivated, to do more, to stock up more, to get your skills up, to save up money to get out of debt, to save up money to move out of the area that you're in if it's not a great area, to survive. All of these things need to be on the table for you right now because it's getting closer. All these countries are collapsing. All these countries in chaos. This is France, and they're in complete chaos right now. And this stuff's coming to the U.S. very soon. Go check out my video I posted earlier today. Top officials are warning of pretty much this exact thing. They're warning of a dystopian future. All right, so go check that out. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. I'm super blessed. Please hit that like for me. Please hit that sub too if you want to get notified. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.